So on a cold day in mid-January, I like to snuggle up on the couch, get all warm, and enjoy a nice warm meal. So what I'm going to make today, is a nice warm meal made by my grandmother, and I've always had growing up as a little girl. So to do this, you only have to follow 3 easy steps. Gather your ingredients, assemble your ingredients, and then bake it. So we're going to start with our ingredients. So today you are going to need a box of elbow macaroni, cooked, a stick of butter, which I chopped up so it's easier to use, sharp cheddar cheese or white sharp cheddar cheese, and I chopped up finely in like a cube so you're easily able to use it. Half a gallon of whole milk, a little bit of white flour, some olive oil in the spray can, a little bit of salt and pepper, and then a couple more ingredients that you're going to need, or items. It would be aluminum foil, a spoon, and then a glass dish to put your macaroni in. Okay, now we're going to assemble it. So first thing you're going to do is take your olive oils in the spray can and just spray your whole pan so that the macaroni doesn't stick to the pan when it's baking. The next thing you're going to do is put your macaroni in the glass dish. Now, after I boiled it, I ran it over some cold water so that the noodles weren't sticking together. So you can easily just put that right in the pan. Okay, make sure that you evenly spread it so it bakes evenly. You can break it up a little bit with your hands, get it nice and even. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is put a little bit of salt and pepper to season the noodles a little bit. Just not really actual measurements here, just sprinkling it over the noodles. Same with the salt, whatever you want for your liking. Alright, just give that a little mix. Mix it out with your hands or a spoon, whatever you prefer. Alright. Next is you're going to take our cheese. Now, like I said, we slice into little cubes because we're going to stick it right down into the noodles. Now you can mix this up. I used, like I said, the sharp cheese, and then I used like a white sharp cheese. But you can use whatever you'd like. I think it tastes better this way. I have tried it other ways, but this tastes the best to me. And you can add as many as you want. So it's going to take a little bit just to get down in there and spread around. And also, I like my mac and cheese really cheesy. So I like to add a little bit of extras in there. Alright. So after I did that, I had sliced up a stick of butter. I know that's a lot of butter, but trust me, it tastes really good this way. But then again, if you don't want to use a lot of butter, just use half a stick or whatever you think. Alright, so I got some cubes down there. And it's honestly a lot easier to use your hands rather than using a spoon. Alright. Alright, so I put some butter in there. Now what I'm going to do is pour milk into this glass dish. I'm going to give it a nice even amount over the noodles. Spread it out a little bit with your hands. Now you want to fill the pan up until you can feel that the noodles are moist, and then see that they're like semi-covered. now that the milk's done, here we go. We're going to take our white flour. Now you can use a spoon for this part. So make a little hole here, sprinkle the white flour in like this, and do that in all four corners. And here you're going to make a roux, which is something to thicken up a sauce, or in this case, this mac and cheese. And you're going to give it a little turn towards the end. Just mix that up a little bit in each corner. So as this cooks in the oven, it's going to get thicker, which is the consistency that we would want with our mac and cheese. Alright, just a quick little mix. Alright, now that that's over with, I like to go right into the flour with my hands, get a little pinch of flour, and then sprinkle that all over the mac and cheese. Again, this is going to thicken up the mac and cheese while it's baking in the oven when it gets heated up. Alright, little towel here. Right now we're going to mix up the mac and cheese. Again, just a little mix, nothing too crazy. Alright. Okay, now that's done. So, at the end, this is the most important ingredient. My grandmother would always put emphasis on this, that we always put a cup of love at the end in our mac and cheese, and it just makes it that much better. So here we go, putting a cup of love in at the end. Alright. So the last thing we're going to do is bake it. And before we do that, we're just going to put a cover on it, aluminum foil. Alright, just right over that dish. Now that that's covered, we're going to stick it in the oven at 350 for a whole hour. Now, towards the end of the cooking time, you want to take it out, take off the tin foil, and look to see the consistency of the noodles. Now, if it's a little bit runny, you're just going to sprinkle the same amount of flour that I did, just a little pinch, and put right over, and give it a little stir. The tin foil on, put it back in the oven for about 10-15 more minutes until you get that consistency that you want. And after that, you will have a nice, delicious, warm meal to go with a nice cold day in January. I hope you enjoy.